With respect to drug pricing, which the president also mentioned, of course, Celgene this month raised the price of your blockbuster cancer drug, Revlimid, by 8%. This follows years of price increases as well. In the current environment that we're in, where the president calls drug makers as getting away with murder, can drug makers still wring growth by ramping up prices like that?
Well, we've been fortunate. Our drugs offer great value to patients, and we think we should always be value-based, and we continue to get more data, more value for patients. And so we think we're glad to look at the value of our products for patients and for the entire system, reducing hospitalization, adding life to patients. So we feel very good about the value proposition of our drugs. And our philosophy is we should charge a fair price. It should be fair, and it should be based on the value to the payer and to the patient. And we're confident that our drugs offer that to patients and to payers.
Will you ever call a halt to the drug price increases for that particular medication?
Well, we base on the value. If the drug doesn't provide value to the system and to the patient, we shouldn't have price increases, or price will change. And there's more competitions coming in all the time, which is a great thing. We're on the dawn of revolution with new products coming all the time. So it's a great time to be in our industry, but we've got a lot of challenges also.
Now, Celgene has given aggressive guidance for 2020, and I know you're in your quiet period before your earnings report, but I wonder if you could talk a little bit about deal making and how that might fit in with profitability targets in the longer term.
Yeah, I think the future of Celgene is incredibly bright. We've got a great team of people leading the company, led by Mark Allis, the CEO. It's a great team, and we've invested for more than a decade in a focused, intensive way to invest in the pipeline. We think we have one of the brightest, if not the brightest, highest potential pipeline in the industry. So throughout the next 10 years, we see great growth coming from our organic pipeline. So the need to do additional business development, which has been core to us building the future, both organically and with partnerships, is something that we only need to do if we see great opportunity. There's no need to do it. We only do it if we see really scientific, disruptive technologies that would really enhance our pipeline. So we're in a great position. We've invested at the highest end of the entire industry of a percentage of our revenues into R&D. We're committed to continue to do that to really sustain the kind of innovation and really breakthrough therapies for patients.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't need to make any kind of defensive purchases.
Right. I think all of the business development that we're looking at are things that we think will really be disruptive technologies that could really transform the way medicine is practiced in a certain area. And we'll continue to do those, but not out of the need to fill a gap. We feel very powerfully positive about the pipeline and the prospects for growth for Celgene.
Let's talk a little bit about Obamacare. Republicans are determined to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. The timeline is still not set on how and when they'll do this. From where you sit, what is the best case scenario and the most realistic scenario?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not the same.
I hate to even nitpick this. I hope we stop calling it Obamacare, and I hope we never call it Trump Care. This is so important, health care in our society, and that when we politicize it, it makes it harder to make the kind of evolutionary changes that are needed. Our healthcare system is going to have to change continually over the next 25 years. Aging population, demand more health care. We need to continue to refine it and find ways to make it better all the time. And we obviously have a chance now in the next, I think hopefully by June, we'll have fairly significant changes made to the delivery of health care in the system. But that doesn't end it. Over the next 1-2 years, things are going to change. We need to make continual refinements. We want to make this the best. We have a great system in America, but we shouldn't say we're only going to look at it every 5 years.
Right.
We should be able to evolve it when we see an opportunity to change something. We should change it.